Imagine a tear in the fabric of reality, a place where space-time itself has hardened into a rigid, metallic structure. It hums, it resonates with the ghostly frequency of synthesized orichalcum. This isn't just empty space, it's a prize. The Order Arcuin is here to protect a team of archaeologists, scholars trying to understand this anomaly. But they're not alone. The Cobalt Legion, a force of brutal conquest, wants this orichalcum. They don't want to study it. They want to forge it into unstoppable weapons. Welcome to the Great Rift. Here, the normal rules of physics are a bad joke. The warp fields that starships use to jump across galaxies have become dangerously solid. A miscalculation, a single flicker of instability, and your ship isn't just destroyed, it's shattered against the unyielding wall of space-time itself. Every jump is a roll of the dice with the universe. The air, if you could call it that, crackles with tension. The Order Arquan's ships, elegant and streamlined, hold a defensive formation around the delicate archaeological vessels. They know the Cobalt Legion is coming. Their scanners flicker with phantom signals as the rift distorts reality. The mission is simple. Hold the line, protect the scientists, and don't let the Legion turn this cosmic wonder into an armory. The call of the rift is a siren song, promising knowledge to some and power to others. And where power is promised, war is never far behind. The first echoes of the Legion's engines are now beginning to ripple through the metallic void. The battle for the rift is about to begin. The first volley isn't lasers or missiles. It's sound, a deep, percussive clang that echoes through the very structure of the rift. The Cobalt Legion has deployed their gravity hammers. These aren't physical weapons. They are massive cruisers fitted with projectors that send out focused waves of gravitational force. Each impact doesn't just hit a ship's hull. It strikes the space-time around it, creating ripples, like a stone thrown into a frozen pond. The Order Arquin's shields, designed for energy weapons, flicker and fail as the very space they occupy is warped and misaligned by these gravitational tides. It's a brutal, effective strategy, hammering away at their defenses, shaking ships apart from the outside in. The Arquan cruisers shudder under the assault, their crews fighting to recalibrate systems that were never designed for this kind of warfare. But the Order Arquan has its own answer to this percussive violence. They are scholars as much as warriors, and they understand the rift's unique properties. Their response is a chorus. From dozens of small, automated drones, a sound begins to build a complex, multi-layered chant. These are phase chants. Each drone emits a precise sonic frequency, weaving together into a harmonic pattern that resonates with the hardened space-time. Where the Legion's hammers seek to break the rift, the Arcuan chants seek to soothe it. The patterns sung by the drones create localized pockets where the stiffness of the warp field softens, becoming pliable again. The brutal waves from the gravity hammers dissipate as they enter these softened zones, their force blunted. It's a battle of philosophies played out in physics. The Legion S brute force against Arquan S resonant harmony. The clash of hammers is met with the strength of song. Now, the battle shifts into a strategic dance, a deadly game of chess played across a board of unstable reality. The small, nimble corvettes of both fleets act as pawns. They dart forward, seizing control of what the pilots call stable nodes, rare pockets within the rift where the space-time is less volatile, offering a moment of relative safety and a solid anchor point. Controlling these nodes is everything. From there, you can launch attacks, protect your flanks, or make a tactical retreat. The larger cruisers, the towers of this cosmic chessboard, move in behind the pawns. They can't risk the most unstable zones, so they project massive overlapping energy shields, creating protected corridors for the smaller ships and for the fleet's command vessels. It's a slow, methodical advance, with each side vying for territorial control, inch by hard-won inch. Then the Cobalt Legion makes a bold, desperate move. It's a gambit. A frigate, one of their mid-sized warships, suddenly breaks formation. It pushes its engines to the absolute limit, accelerating directly into a notoriously unstable sector of the rift. The Arquan commanders watch, confused. It's a suicide run. As predicted, the frigate is torn apart, its hull screaming as it's ripped to shreds by the unforgiving physics. But its sacrifice is not in vain. The massive energy release from its destruction blasts open a temporary corridor through the chaos, a clear path straight toward the Arquan's flank. It's a shocking, brutal tactic, sacrificing a piece to put the enemy king in check. Through the newly opened lane, a Cobalt battleship, the Legion's flagship, begins to advance. They've opened the board, and they're going for the kill. The Order Arquan is outmaneuvered. The Cobalt battleship is a monster, and it's now threatening to shatter their entire formation. A conventional response would be too slow. They need a knight, a piece that can move unpredictably and strike from an unexpected angle. And they have one. They release the horse. This ship is an anomaly, an asymmetrical vessel that looks more like a sculptor's abstract dream than a warship. It's built for one purpose, to navigate the rift in a way no other ship can. But its unique drive system allows it to perform a series of micro-jumps in rapid succession, always in an L-shaped pattern, mimicking the knight's move in chess. It flickers through the hardened space-time, phasing between realities untouchable. While the Cobalt fleet is focused on its main advance, the horse appears seemingly from nowhere, directly on a vector to intercept the charging battleship. Its mission isn't to destroy the battleship with raw firepower. That would be impossible. Instead, its goal is surgical. The horse skims along the battleship's hull, its strange angular form, a blur against the massive armored plates. As it passes, it deploys its payload, temporal echo mines. These devices don't just explode. They insert small, localized pockets of temporal distortion directly into the battleship's holds and engineering bays. The horse completes its run, delivering its deadly gifts, and then vanishes back into the chaotic folds of the rift just as quickly as it appeared. The trap is set. The Cobalt flagship, confident in its power, continues its charge, completely unaware of the temporal cancer now growing within it. The temporal mines detonate. But there is no fire, no sound, just a silent, shimmering wave of chronological chaos that washes through the Cobalt battleship. Time inside the vessel fractures. On the bridge, the crew sees ghost images of their own ship from moments ago, firing weapons that no longer exist. In the engine room, engineers fight to contain power surges from a past that is happening concurrently with the present. Entire sections of the ship are thrown minutes into the future, while others are locked in a repeating loop of the past few seconds. The battleship is no longer fighting the Orichalcum, it's fighting countless versions of itself, a ghost fleet trapped within its own hull. Its laser batteries fire on phantom targets. Its crew responds to alarms that have already happened or haven't happened yet. The mighty warship becomes a monument to its own defeat, paralyzed by temporal paradox. With the Cobalt Legion's tactical anchor and most powerful vessel effectively neutralized, the Order Archaon seizes the moment to end the conflict. A specialized Archaon ship, the Harmonia, moves to the rift's epicenter. It deploys a device of incredible beauty and power, a graviton harp. The harp isn't a weapon, it's a cosmic instrument. It begins to pluck at the very strings of space-time, sending out a calming, resonant frequencia final, powerful chord that builds upon the earlier phase chants. The rigid, metallic structure of the rift responds. The tear in reality begins to slowly, gracefully pull itself closed. The hardened warp fields soften and dissolve. For the Cobalt Legion, this is the final signal. Their gambit has failed, their flagship is lost in a temporal nightmare, and their window of opportunity is closing literally. Orphaned of their anchor and with the prize slipping away, the remaining Legion ships turn and retreat into normal space, leaving behind only the fading echoes of their hammers. The rift is sealed, the archaeologists are safe, and the silence that returns is the sound of victory. Thank you for watching this deep dive into one of science fiction's most imaginative battles. If you love exploring unique tactics and cosmic conflicts, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more content. Let me know in the comments what kind of sci-fi scenario you'd like to see broken down next. Until then, stay curious.